Good afternoon. My name is Paul Lynch, and joining me today are Kim Tompkinson, Mark Cooper, and Ryan Randall. This week, we're starting our series on the 7th edition of the Quality Matters Higher Education Rubric. Today, we're going to start by covering General Standard 1, Course Overview and Introduction. At the end of our session, we'll have the opportunity for you to ask questions. However, if you have any questions come up during the webinar, please feel free to place them in the chat. So first, we're going to provide an overview of the purpose of the Quality Matters rubric. Who's it for? The Quality Matters rubric is primarily targeted at faculty, course designers, and course developers. It serves as a comprehensive guide for professionals who are involved in the planning, design, and implementation of online and hybrid courses. The QM rubric is designed to provide a structural framework, placing emphasis on the importance of course design for creating high-quality online and hybrid courses. It aims to ensure that courses meet Quality Matters specific review standards, which are research-supported and best practice-based guidelines for effective online education. Applying the Quality Matters rubric to your course can significantly enhance the student experience by ensuring the course is well-designed and easy to navigate. It also fosters increased presence for both students and instructors through interactive and engaging course elements. Furthermore, the rubric helps in reviewing and ensuring alignment between course content, assignments, and assessments, creating a more cohesive and effective learning environment. General Standard 1. The overall design of the course is made clear to the learner at the beginning of the course. General Standard 1 is foundational to the Quality Matters rubric because it establishes the initial framework and expectations for the entire course. The course overview and introduction are crucial as they set the tone and outline what learners can expect in terms of workload, communication, and course objectives. This standard aims to provide a roadmap for learners, helping them understand the course structure and how to navigate it effectively. To ensure that courses are well designed and support learner success from the get-go, General Standard 1 is further divided into 9 specific review standards. These substandards provide a detailed checklist that cover aspects like learning objectives, course navigation instructions, and prerequisite knowledge or skills, among other items. By adhering to these specific review standards, course designers can create a more transparent, accessible, and learner-centered environment. Now that we have an understanding of the importance of General Standard 1, let's delve into the first 2 of 9 specific review standards to see how they contribute to making the course design clear and effective for learners. Specific Review Standard 1.1. Instructions make clear how to get started and where to find various course components. Specific Review Standard 1.1 focuses on ensuring that students can easily navigate the course from the moment they log in. Information should be readily available at the beginning of the course, guiding students on what steps to take first. This includes a general course overview, detailed navigational instructions, and encouragement for learners to explore the course site. Providing a clearly stated set of instructions on how to get started, along with a recorded course tour, can effectively reduce student anxiety and confusion, thereby setting the stage for a more effective learning experience. Specific Review Standard 1.2. Learners are introduced to the purpose and structure of the course. Specific Review Standard 1.2 goes beyond navigation to establish the why and the how of the course. It's not just about what students will learn, but also why it's important and how the course is structured to facilitate that learning. Information should be provided that outlines the course's purpose, explaining how it will contribute to the learner's overall education or career goals. Additionally, the course structure should be made transparent through an outline or alignment map, an activity listing, or a course tour that displays how the course and its modules are organized. This helps students understand the flow of the course and how each component fits into the larger educational objective. To sum up, both Specific Review Standards 1.1 and 1.2 work in tandem to provide students with a comprehensive understanding of the course from its navigational aspects to its educational objectives. Next, Mark will talk about specific review standards 1.3 to 1.7.
Thank you, Paul. Specific review standards 1.3 contain guidelines for communication, that they are clearly stated in the course for forms of communication as well as the methods of communication. A good example of this is if you're using Zoom in your class for required synchronous interactions, that you would want to clearly state that in your course and fully explain the reason behind that. Specific review standard 1.4 covers institutional policies that learners are expected to comply with. And so that could be student conduct, academic integrity, attendance, grades and complete are some examples, as well as these policies are clearly explained. The direct link is provided to students in a prominent location. And if you're looking for a resource or a template that includes some of this verbiage, you can contact the ITRC, and we'll be happy to share some of our resources with you. Next, we'll talk about specific review standards from 1.5, 1.6, and 1.7.
Specific review standard 1.5. Minimum technology requirements for the course are clearly stated, and information on how to obtain the technology is provided. So if you're using any additional technology, so hardware, software, peripherals, you must provide information for that to your students in the course or the course syllabus, as well as instructions on how to download it and install it on their computers. Next, we have specific review standard 1.6. The basic requirements for technology skills and digital information literacy skills expected of that learner are clearly stated. Basic requirements for technology skills needed for the course, such as use of email with attachments, creating, submitting files, and downloading and installing software expected by students in the course should clearly be stated. In addition, any research needed for the course requiring the use of libraries or databases, academic search tools, or resources for citing information. This should be clearly stated in the course or the course syllabus. The ITRC has resources that can help you to incorporate some of these standards into your course and your course syllabus. And I see that Mark was able to join us, so I'm going to go ahead and hand the specific review standard 1.7 back over to Mark.
So specific review standard 1.7 is required prior knowledge and discipline and or specific competencies are clearly stated in the course, and this helps learners to connect new subject matter with existing knowledge. And this would be a prerequisites coursework that students would need to complete prior to taking your course, any foundational knowledge or relevant learning experience. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Kim, who's going to round out our discussion on standard 1.
Thank you, Mark. So I am going to cover specific review standards 1.8 and 1.9, and these are really all about providing students a space to create that learning community. So the first one, 1.8, is the self-introduction by you as the instructor is welcoming and available in the course site. So doing a self-introduction helps you establish a sense of community and connects you with your learners right away. And this is generally something that you find at the very beginning of the course. It also presents you as a personable and approachable instructor, and then students are more likely to reach out when they have questions or when they need assistance. And you would probably include basic information such as your name, if you have a title, a picture of yourself, or even another visual representation of you, such as a video recording, what field of expertise you reside in or where your experience lies, and also information about how to contact you. You might even also include things such as your hobbies, your interests, travels that you've been on recently, just things that students might be interested in, and that helps them get to know you better. You may also want to tell them how to address you, because that's often a question that students have. And we have provided a tool in the Moodle LMS and Moodle ISU that is a Loom recording tool inside of the Tiny MCE editor, which is that text field that you see every time you can type any words that you can use to record your own video right there on demand. And it uploads it, saves it in that frame. So you don't have to go to extra work trying to upload a video that you've recorded somewhere else and try to get it to work. It does have a 5-minute time limit within the editor, but which is usually plenty of time to do just an introduction. And then standard 1.9 gives learners the opportunity to introduce themselves to you and to each other. You might ask learners to respond to specific questions, or you might set it up so that they just have an open-ended introduction and they can say what they want. This also helps establish that welcoming learning environment and that sense of community with and among learners. And then they're given specific guidance in order to satisfy this standard about what is expected of them. And this should be true for everything that you ask your students to do, but it sets a precedent at the beginning of the course so that they know that you give clear instructions and they don't have to guess about what is expected and what they need to do to fulfill a requirement. It might also be a good idea to do an example if you put this in a discussion forum or somewhere, that you do a short introduction that maybe is much smaller, much shorter than your own self-introduction posted in the course, but you do a little sample to model this for your students. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Ryan, who will answer any questions that you might have.
Great, thanks, Kim. So next up, I'd like to share with you how you can find more information about professional development that we offer through the ITRC, things like you've joined today. So first up, we have a self-guided course called Setting Sail with Moodle ISU. And if you'd like, this one you can sign up for yourself. If you have a QR code reader on your phone, you might hold it up to the screen, take a photo, and it'll take you to that link. But if you don't, I will put a link in the chat right now. This is a course that will help you get familiar with Moodle ISU and will help you get started with the very basics of setting up your course. We also have a more advanced and not self-paced option. This one is called Teaching Online with Moodle ISU. And for this one, it happens once a semester. It's about 8 weeks long. And it's not self-paced. You'd be working with some of us as your facilitators. So this one you would probably want to register for in advance. Then I just put put the link to that in the chat as well. It's the longer of the two links. And if you'd like to hear more about the Quality Plus program overall, the Quality Plus program is intended to increase faculty knowledge, skills, and abilities in online teaching, to increase faculty knowledge, skills, and abilities in developing online courses, and to help faculty create quality ISU online courses. And just to round out the links for all of our things, I'll add that to our chat as well. And so you can know about upcoming things. We do have a set of Tiger Tracks articles that can help you do whatever you need to do with Moodle. So you can link to those at your leisure and work on your course yourself. If you want to watch more recordings like this one today, we have those in the ITRC video library. And we also have an upcoming set of future webinars. I'm about to put a link to a slide that will let you register for all of those. You can, of course, meet with us in the ITRC. You can email us at itrc@isu.edu. You can call us at 208-282-5880. And for those of you who are on the Pocatello campus or willing to drive to the Pocatello campus, we are also downstairs in the O. Bowler Library building in room B17. So watch for those future Wednesday webinars. Also watch for announcements about them in Idaho State Today, and check the ISU events calendar as well. So thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to working with you in the future.